a new generation built out of his creation. It's our way of life, we're doing right, that's right. Won't you take a little ride on down to the hunting grounds?
Alright guys, so we are here in Arkansas. We're gonna have somebody else behind the camera and somebody else in front of the camera today. So we're initiating Crony, and we're gonna see if he can't kill a buck this evening, hopefully, or doe. I don't care.
What's up, everybody? Crony here with the hunting grounds. We've had this cold front come through here, and we've been seeing tons of deer in this food plot. There's bucks and does, and I'm hoping to get my first ever out-of-state buck with a bow. That would be awesome. So that's what we're hoping for tonight. We didn't see any deer in the food plot, which is good and bad, I guess. We didn't have to bust anything out of here, but you know, we don't know if they're like moving early or not. So, anyways, we will get back with y'all later when we see something. So, stay tuned.
Meh. 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 Congrats if he's dead.
That was insane. That was the craziest hunt of my entire life.
Oh, that's no doubt.
Oh.
What was that?
No, snot rocket.
That's funny.
Been holding that in all afternoon.
That's where we're at. Hey, Crony. There's lots of blood.
Gosh, I was way off track.
Yeah, there's lots of blood right here. I mean, you can see the blood splatter. Turn on the light and there be the arrow. Dug in the ground.
Light blood. Hair.
White hair. I see some white and see some dark. Well, I think what we need to do is, I think we need to follow up the trail to the wood line, see how good the blood gets.
Yeah.
Mark your arrow, leave your arrow there, and then we'll see if we want to go after it or give it a while. Oh, there it is, right in front of your foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there, right there.
Alright guys, so me and Steven came out here and we checked the blood trail. It wasn't a very good shot to say the least. It was really low, potentially non-fatal, we're not entirely sure. Most likely it was a really low gut, and if we're lucky, a liver shot. We do have a blood trail, but to be safe, we're gonna leave him overnight, come back in the morning and see what we can find.
It's nice and cool,
Yeah.
so we gotta be good. You got a headlamp?
Alright guys, it is the next morning. We're coming back here to look. It's been about 12 hours since I shot the deer, and we're hoping to go in there. We're going to pick up where we left off last night, and hopefully we'll go in there and find him.
So anyway, we weren't finding very much blood, literally at all, up there at the top. Crony was up there looking, started grid searching, came all the way down this hill and back up. And from here, I'm probably at least 150 or so yards from where Crony shot him, or where he at least ran in the woods. And you can tell he stood here for a second and bled a little bit. I'm hoping maybe we can kind of get an area that he traveled from this point. There's blood, but he's traveled a good distance already here. Look at that blood there.
Oh yeah.
And then he drips and drips, and you can tell he went up to the top of this hill.
Yeah.
And he stood there.
Oh yeah, there's more.
You see the blood patch up there?
Where?
You see it?
Oh wow, yeah. That's darker too.
Yeah, it is
How
definitely
dark
getting
that is.
darker. Look at all the blood, like,
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
everywhere up through there.
Going back this way.
You can tell it's just really bright, and it's still.
I was talking about like down.
Oh yeah, I know, but look how bright it is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. think that's the same one off the other side that I had last year, who I called Droopy.
Oh wow, it's in like perfect shape. Yeah, that's awesome.
Found some kind of deer. Part of a deer.
Yeah.
Well, we have been on the trail for a while now looking for this deer. Found a shed, which is cool, from the buck I called Droopy from last year. Didn't find blood for a long time there after we got in the woods, and then picked some up 150, 200 yards away, and it was pretty decent there for about 40, 50 yards, and it was a lot thicker, a lot brighter, and then just tapered off into nothing. And the thing is, back here where we drive out of this property, last night it was probably at least 30, 40 minutes after we shot the deer. We'd gotten in the truck, we were leaving. Just as we drove out the gate, we had a buck cross out in front of us, up in our headlights, and you could tell it was hobbling. And I don't remember any of these bucks hobbling in the field, but none of them were kind of trotting either. And we watched it, and it hobbled across the road. We let it get out of sight, and we got out there just to make sure it wasn't him. Looked for blood both sides of the road where he walked. Never saw any blood, but going down that way goes to the lake. There's no ponds up here. He walked past all the dry ponds, so that might have been the buck. What we're going to go do is we have literally searched the entire property up to that point where we saw that buck, and we're going to go start there and start searching from there. We'll go back down to the lake at the closest point of water. If he's going to be dead, it's going to be in this area. Not a great blood trail. He might have just hit low in that brisket, but I really thought he had possibly hit gut. We're going to do our justice, but we are walking our butts off and working this property, making sure there is no chance that deer is dead. So
Alright, so we have been looking for how many hours now?
I don't know.
A couple of hours?
A few hours, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we have gone up and down these hills all over the place. We went over onto this other piece of property down by this lake to see if he was bedded down.
That we have permission on. This is our property.
Yeah, we've got permission to look over there. And the last blood was over there, like a lot closer to where we shot him. So we didn't find any more sign, didn't find beds, didn't find blood. So we think it was non-fatal. He's probably gonna go on to live, at least live for a long time anyways. He's not dying anytime soon. And it really stinks. You know, you hate to do this as a hunter. You know, you can practice like crazy and be a great shot, but once you get out in the deer woods, it's a whole different scenario. So
anyway, I think we did do our due diligence. We walked our butts off. Last night when we were traveling out, we actually saw a buck run out. It was 30, 40 minutes after the shot.
oh yeah,
and then we were like leaving the gate, and so we were a good ways from that little area, and I could clearly tell he had a hobble. And so we waited for him to clear the headlights, and then he came, and then we got out and we looked for blood anywhere where he walked on each side of the road. Never found blood, didn't see blood coming out his side, but it was clearly that buck was not, like, he was walking normal, but when he started trotting, you could tell he was not trotting normal. And after we started following the blood today, it led pretty much right to that direction, which means that was probably him. He was going down to the nearest water hole, which is down here at the lake. We followed any trail that he might have taken down here, found no sign, no problems where he scuffed up down the hill, had problems walking or anything like that. Got down here, found a whole bunch of deer prints. We didn't find any beds down around the water, didn't find any sign of disturbance of a deer in stress down there. Walked all around the cove, and we have walked a long ways today. So I think we did everything that we could. I really do think it was low. I was hoping it wasn't gut, because we thought at first we smelled gut on the arrow, but I think it was just the blood that we were smelling, because there was no indicator of green or guts or anything or intestines on that arrow. So we're gonna get back after these deer. It's not the last that you'll see of Crony here hunting, but
I'm not fired.
not yet. So we did everything right. You know, that's what we try to do here, and you don't always find a deer. This is probably one of the few deer that we've ever just not found, but I feel good in that I don't think it's a fatal shot. So anyway, guys, hope you appreciate this very, very real,
honest,
a very honest episode. It was an awesome hunt. Sometimes they just don't end the way you want them to, but hopefully we'll come back here and finish the story later on this season, and with a little bit more success this time. So anyway, guys, if you guys would comment down below, let us know if you've never found a deer, or if you had a similar shot and what you found after that shot. But anyway, guys, if you would comment down below, give a big thumbs up, and until next time, have a better than average day. It is what it is.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I just wanted the real reaction here. You can cry now. I'm just kidding, don't cry.
No, I'm gonna cry after I read the comments on this video.